Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the installation of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. Paul Harris, the founding father of Rotary, said, "Rotary changes us and those we serve. I believe that we can change the world one life at a time." This inspired our RI President, Shekhar Mehta, with his theme, Serve to Change Lives. Welcome to the Rotary year 21-22. At Spectrum, Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA will be installed as the 19th president and inspire Team Spectrum to change lives through service to the community. I now invite Rotarian Sampath Kumar, the senior sergeant at arms, who will now adorn the presidential collar on Rotarian J.P. Subramaniam, who will then call the meeting to order. Annette Madhulika, daughter of Rotarian Chella Raghavendran, will invoke the blessings of God Almighty with a devotional song on Lord Rama.
Vandanamo Raghunandana, Vandanamo Raghunandana, Setu Bandana, Bhakta Chandana, Rama Vandanamo Raghunandana, Setu Bandana, Bhakta Chandana, Rama Vandanamo Raghunandana, Setu Bandana, Bhakta Chandana, Rama Vandanamo Raghunandana. Raghunandana, Vegara Karuna Sagara, Shri Tyagara Jahrida Yagara, Rama Vandanamo Raghunandana, Setu Bandana, Bhakta Chandana, Rama Vandanamo Raghunandana.
Thank you, Annette Madhulika. Four-way test defines the guiding principles of Rotary, and today we will listen to the Rotarians of Rotary Club of Saskatoon, Nutana from Canada, who have made a peppy number using the four-way test.
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? When we pay it forward, it will be returned. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? we pay it forward, it will be returned. When we pay it forward, it will be returned.
I'm sure you'll agree with me that was really a peppy number of the four-way test. Affectionately called Jackpot JP, our president JP Subramanian will now welcome the gathering.
Good evening and a warm welcome to one and all. Respected Chief Guest of the Day through K.S.VISWANATHAN, District Governor Rotary Rajshekhar, District Director and our own Spectrumite Rotary Kumaresan, Assistant Governor Rotary Ganesh Kumar, GGR Rotary Alul Kumaran, Presidents and Secretaries of various clubs of the District 3201 who are gracing this occasion. Fellow Rotarians, Rotractors and my dear fellow Spectrumites and an analyst of Spectrum. I welcome you all for this August installation event of Rotary BHAVIK MOMAYA as the 19th President of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum and his team of office bearers. Welcome everyone. 1 year in office as President of Rotary Club of Spectrum has been a challenging yet very exciting and eventful under the pandemic conditions. I would like to mention a few of the major projects which is close to my heart that was done by our club under my presidentship this year. I had the opportunity to participate in the inauguration and handing over of 14 houses built for the flood victims of Kerala at Perinjaram. And this project was executed by Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. The total cost of the project was more than 1 crore. Construction of classrooms and toilet blocks at Viriampalayam Corporation High School was also successfully executed by our club. The project cost was around 35 lakhs. Installation of oxygen generator at GH Coimbatore for a cost of 27 lakhs, inclusive of AMC for 5 years. As a part of the Sanjeevani project of the G42 clubs of Coimbatore zone was also executed by our club. Supply of oxygen cylinders and 2 numbers of oxygen concentrators to Madhukara GH. The project cost is around 5 lakhs. All the above projects were done in partnership with Baker & Hughes, our CSR partner. I'm sure this partnership will go a long way in benefiting the underprivileged section of the society. 400 numbers of oxygen concentrators donated to Tamil Nadu Medical Supplies Corporation as an effort of our Rotarian Satish Nair, who had coordinated with Suchi Foundation of Taiwan. The total value of the project is close to 3 crores. Installation of oxygen generator at the ESI Hospital, Coimbatore for a value of 23 lakhs under the CSR initiative of Orbinox. The AGTS Raj Darbar was successfully conducted amid tough and challenging situation in Munnar. Thanks to our DG Rotarian Rajshekhar for giving our club the opportunity to host this important and prestigious event. Kudos and thanks to Rotarian Chella, the event chair, and Rotarian Amrish, the event secretary, and the complete Spectrum team who participated in making this event a grand success. BBC, the Spectrum Cricket Carnival, took new dimension this year under the chairmanship of Rotarian Chandramouli and co-chair Rotarian Rajil. I'm very glad to mention that our club has achieved 100% PHF and 100% contributing club. Now I believe it's time to place my gratitude and thanks to a few people and institutions who have been of great support and inspiration for the past 1 year of journey as President of Rotary Spectrum. First of all, my thanks to Rotarian Satish, our club secretary, who have been working along shoulder to shoulder with me and has been excellently handling the club affairs. No doubt he was recognized as the outstanding club secretary for the year 2021. My gratitude to our club treasurer, Rotarian Badri, who has been doing a stupendous job in handling the club and trust finances. Badri is now known throughout the zone after having effectively handling the funds of Project Sanjeevani, which was completely rooted and handled by Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum Trust. My gratitude and thanks to the club seniors, Chella, Kumaresan, Amrish, Sanjay Shah, Muthukumar, Mahesh Babu, and Sampath for their support and guidance throughout the year. Rotarian Sanjay Shah has been very effective in handling the trust affairs and has helped in executing all the projects in a very smooth way. Rotarian Sampath, who has been instrumental in coordinating with the CSR partner Baker & Hughes. Special mention of gratitude to Mr. Manish Kashyap, Mr. Muruganandam, Mr. Jay Ganesh, and Mr. Tyagarajan of Baker and Hughes, who have reposed all their faith in us and helped us in executing the project. My sincere gratitude to Mr. Elango, who was the person behind our association with Baker and Hughes. I also place my heartfelt thanks to all my co-presidents and secretaries of the zone. Our AG, Rotarian Kiran Kumar, GGR, Rotarian Sriramulu, DD, Rotarian RS Maruti, and my governor, IPDG, Rotarian Jose Chaco, for all the support and inspiration rendered throughout the year. Last, but the most important, every member of my Spectrum family, and yes, my better half, Dr. Gayatri, and my daughter, Shetra, who have been very supportive throughout the year. Before closing, I once again welcome all the dignitaries and participation to the grand event. So sit, relax, and enjoy the event. Thank you.
Thank you, President J.P. Suresh, for a fantastic welcome address. We now invite our dynamic club secretary, Rotarian Satish, who will present the activity report for our club for the Rotary year 2021.
Happy evening, all. Beloved President Rotarian J.P. Subramaniam, President-elect Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA, Chief guest of this wonderful evening, SHRI K.S.VISWANATHAN sir, and dignitaries, aunts and aunts. The year 2020-2021 was a year of mixed emotions. We had so many joyous occasions like the housing projects at Perinjanam Panchayat, Kerala. We were able to give 14 houses worth 1 crore for the flood affected people of Perinjanam Panchayat. Again, classrooms at Biriyambalayam schools and so many other things, joyful occasions. My dear friends, we did lose so many dears and nears during this pandemic period, including our IPP Rotarian B.M. Chakravarti. Friends, I would like to say a few things what has really happened in our club. The last year, 2021, we were able to do 78 projects worth 7.38 crores, my dear friends. I think we should give a big stand of applause for this wonderful achievement during this pandemic period. I also like to inform that our club has achieved 100% PHF. 100% PHF in the current year. We are doing it after 10 years, my dear friends. During 2011, Spectrum was 100% PHF, and during the tenure of our President J.P. Subramaniam, 2021, we have again become 100% PHF, my dear friends. I also inform that RCC Spectrum is also 100% contributing club for the current year. So I think we should really give a big round of applause for this great achievement, my dear friends. So dear Rotarians, I would like to thank few of our members who really helped me in doing my job successfully. My own president, Rotarian J.P. Subramaniam. Like, he was my very close friend. And I would like to express, we never had even a single difference of opinion in the entire tenure of 1 year. We never had even a single difference of opinion. Such a wonderful person he was, kind-hearted, such a wonderful human being he is. I would like to thank my treasurer, Badri, the stronghold. I would also say, always say, the pillar of Spectrum. Badri, thank you, Badri. Rotarian Chella Raghavendran, Rotarian Amrish Parikh, Rotarian Kumaresan, Rotarian Muthukumarana, Rotarian Sanjay Shah, Rotarian CG Kumar, Rotarian BHAVIK Kirti Mumaya, Rotarian Nishin Nagade, Junior JP, Dr. Rotarian Chendal Nathan, Rotarian Sambat Kumar, and Annette Shiva. A wonderful person, Shiva. Thank you, Shiva. Thanks a lot. And a special thanks to Rotarian Chandramouli and Rotarian Rajil for their wonderful things done at BBC, which was a fundraising event, mega fundraising event for RCC Spectrum. My dear friends, I'll be failing in my duty if I am not thanking my wife, beloved wife, Hema Bindu, and my son, Pranish, who supported to supported me in doing my work as a secretary during this year 2021. My special thanks to my son, who was always helpful to me in completing my monthly reports. So thank you one and all. Now let us go into the presentation. Please stay with me in following the presentation. Thank you.
Meticulous in his work, a very pleasant person.
That was indeed a fantastic report from the club secretary, Rotarian Satish Vijayan. Put your hands together, gentlemen, for the beautiful performance of Spectrum for the year 2021. Now you'll understand why we call our president Jackpot JP. It's now time for the changeover, and our president, JP Subramaniam, will introduce the president-elect Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA. We would request the president-elect to come over and stand next to the president. Introduction.
Born to Srimati Kalpana and Sri Kirti Momaya on 20th January 1976, Rotarian BHAVIK did his schooling at Mumbai, Bangalore, and Coimbatore. He completed his bachelor's degree in commerce from the prestigious PhD College of Arts and Science. He started his cotton sourcing business in 1996 and has been a successful entrepreneur. BHAVIK is professionally and socially very active and is involved in various organizations like Coimbatore Cotton Association as a treasurer, board member of Indian Cotton Federation, current joint secretary of KDO, Jain Mahajan. He is happily married to Aunt Deepa and is blessed with two sons, Darshan and Harshal. His hobbies include reading, traveling, and socializing. I am very happy to introduce Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA as the 19th president of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum.
The new president will now be installed by Rotarian JP Subramaniam. He shall also hand over the gavel as a symbol of authority to the incoming president. Put your hands together, friends, for the new leader of Spectrum. The new leader will adorn the IPP pin on Rotarian JP Subramanian. Thank you, JP Subramaniam, for a fantastic Rotary year 2021. Over to the new president for his acceptance address.
Chief guest of the evening, Shri Viswanathan sir, District Director, Rotarian Kumareshan, Assistant Governor, Rotarian Ganesh Kumar, GGR, Rotarian Arul, Rotarians, family, and my dearmost friends. The word president holds a lot of gravity in running a team or leading a group of people. If I have to feel this word, then the adjectives that come to my mind is responsibility and respect. When we combine these two words, then as a president, I would like to become a responsibly respectful Rotarian. Today, I recall the same event 5 years ago at Spectrum when I was inducted as a Rotarian. And believe me, I have enjoyed every moment of it. As I take up responsibility today, I wish to thank my Gurudev for always showering me with abundance. If the life of a common man can be extraordinary, it is only because of his or her family. Today, I miss my dad, who would have been very happy to see this moment. I would thank my mother, my wife Deepa, my children Darshan and Harshil, and my sister Priya, who have always encouraged me to be a committed Rotarian, and hence I stand in front of you today. I would also thank two very important people in my life. Firstly, my maternal uncle Pradeep Shah, who has always supported me and has taught me the right virtues of life. And Shri Narayan Sami sir, whom I consider my mentor and well-wisher. I would want to mention my friend Rotarian Kamlesh Modi, who introduced me to the world of Rotary and become a part of this Spectrum family. I express my gratitude to all the senior Rotarians of Spectrum for having guided me always. Special mention of Rotarian Sanjay Shah. He once told me, do not join Rotary for the sake of it. Attend, participate, take up responsibility, and gradually climb up the ladder. This piece of advice is still etched to my memory and keeps me motivated to do better for the society. I congratulate Rotarian JP Suresh, Rotarian Satish, and his team of 2021. Guys, you have set the standards high. July 10, 2021, I am getting installed as the president. Every president has a lot of dreams to accomplish. When I think of all that I wish to do, I realize the times now are uncertain and there cannot be a certain roadmap that we can follow. However, if pandemic has taught us one thing, then it is to be ready for tough times. I am optimistic and confident that at Spectrum, we are geared up to face any challenge that is going to come our way, and we will deliver our best. There are few things that I foresee in my tenure as the president. One, we are seeing a lot of youth forming NGOs and trying to solve social issues that prevail. The things that we miss out seeing and the perspectives that lack in us are being seen by these budding youngsters. Rotary can partner with such initiatives and contribute to help these small hands do big things. The second one is very close to my heart. I have always wanted to do something for the specially abled children. The quantum of impact what we Rotarians can make is huge. I wish to channelize this impact in bettering the lives of these special kids. We will continue the flagship project of Rotary Spectrum, Shenbagam, where we support a single parent girl child by educating her up to graduation and provide vocational training to ensure they live a self-sustaining and respectful life. BBC 2022 will be an event to look forward to. The planning has already started to make it bigger and better. We are looking to have more teams from entire Tamil Nadu this time. And let me assure you, there will be a lot of surprises under the chairmanship of Rotarian Chandramouli. We started this year by planting trees at Navakarai, and we envisage that to be a man-made forest in the year to come. Another project which is taking shape is providing OP department at a government hospital. We have had very successful CSR partnership with Baker and Hughes in the last few years. This year, we shall ensure we make it stronger and bigger. We are looking to add more CSR partners in future, and we have a robust system in place for the same. Spectrum will align its community projects in line with district priorities to make 7 wonders of Rotary a reality. To ensure that Spectrum family continues to bond and grow, we would surely have more family gatherings and fellowships once situation improves. I wish to thank our governor for personally calling up this morning to wish us a great year. We shall look forward to guidance and support from the district officers. Thank you, one and all present here and virtually. I, BHAVIK MOMAYA, signing in as the 19th president of the Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum, and promise that Spectrum will serve to change lives on our lovely planet. Thank you.
Thank you, President BHAVIK, for that inspiring address. We now move on to the introduction of the new team. The team for the Rotary year 21-22 will now be introduced through an audio-visual presentation. Sit back and listen to watch the presentation. Thank you.
Meticulous in his work, a very pleasant person, and always displays hands-on commitment. Team Spectrum will march forward under the leadership of its president for 2021-22, Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA. Even during a different and difficult year, he led the club very admirably and completed several projects that will go a long way in serving humanity. Rotarian J.P. Subramaniam, our immediate past president, who will also take charge as Junior Sergeant at Arms. Within a short time of joining Rotary, he went on to become a trainer at district training events. He is very famous for his feet-tapping fluid movements. Rotarian Ram Prasad, President-elect. This Rotarian may not say too much, but his actions speak for him. Give him any assignment and you can be assured that he will deliver. Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, Secretary. Our club's cash box was in his very safe hands. Getting money from him is far more difficult than getting the COVID vaccine. But this year, he moves on to take on another responsibility. Rotarian Badrinath, Joint Secretary. He announced his arrival by raising an invoice for the yearly subscription even before the installation, and promises to be a great person to hand over our cash box to. Rotarian Ajay Raichura, Treasurer. He is a Rotarian who truly believes in the saying, sunny days are ahead, and that helps in tough days like these. Our Sergeant at Arms Senior, Rotarian Hiten Popat. Taking care of our members, organizing meetings, and making virtual fellowships possible, Rotarian Ajay Kumar and Rotarian Nishit Nagda are in charge of club service and administration. Reaching out to people, lending a helping hand, and making their lives better. Our Community Service Chair, Rotarian Sampath Kumar Velusamy and Chirag Majithia. A very friendly Rotarian, always willing to take on responsibilities, Rotarian Venugopal, Chair of Vocational Service. He is driven by passion, pulls you with his enthusiasm, puts his best foot forward, and always bats for the team. He is the closest person known to many of us who owns a cricket team. The wide range of contacts he has is spread across oceans and in different continents. Rotarian Chandramouli, Chair, International Service. In charge of TRF, we have two very experienced chartered accountants and seasoned Rotarians, Rotarian Sanjay Shah and Rotarian Chella Raghavendran. Adding new members to the club without compromising on quality is a very challenging task. We have two of our very senior members, Rotarian Kumaresan and Rotarian Amrish Parikh, who will be in charge of membership development. Amrish will also be the polio chair and take charge of wins. This young Rotarian leads a very spicy life, probably the reason why the club leadership has entrusted the youth service portfolio to him. Rotarian Dhruv Desai, Chair, Youth Service. Creating awareness about Rotary's activities among the public and enhancing the image of Rotary has always been a priority for RI. Rotarian C.G. Kumar will have the task of doing exactly that as the Chair, Public Image. District priorities are areas where every club is expected to do projects having a very significant impact. The priorities being earth, water, and people. That's the vision of our district governor, Rotarian Rajashekar. A down-to-earth Rotarian, Chendilnathan, will be in charge of projects pertaining to earth. The sight of any water brings $1 million smile to this Rotarian, and there can be no better choice than him to take charge of the water-related projects. Our Thala, Rotarian Muthukumar. The stupendous work done by this Rotarian, who was instrumental in phenomenal relief work during the ongoing COVID crisis, makes him the apt choice for projects pertaining to people. Rotarian Satish Nair. Shenbagam is the pride of Spectrum and a flagship project of the club. To ensure that Shenbagam reaches out and makes the lives of more girl children meaningful, we have two very experienced and philanthropic members, Rotarian Mahesh Babu Srinivasan and Rotarian Dr. Rukmangathan, as the chairs for this very prestigious project. Rotarian Mahesh Babu will also be in charge of RA priorities in line with the theme, Serve to Change Lives. Recording the activities of the club and documenting them, not only for the present, but for the future, is a very important responsibility. Going through an old bulletin of the club always creates nostalgia and a smile. This Rotarian has been doing a great job in editing our bulletin, Wavelength, and will continue to create more memories. Rotarian Rajiv Manikam, bulletin editor, who will be ably supported by Anne Preeti Shah. Ants are a club's biggest strength, and it is quite well known that any Rotary club that has active ants will always be vibrant and go on to do great projects. Spectrum has been fortunate to have a great team of ants through the years, and Lakshmi MURALI BALAKRISHNAN will be the ants coordinator. With experience comes knowledge, and with knowledge comes wisdom. It is to this wisdom that a club will look up to for guidance and good counsel. One of our senior-most members, Rotarian V.S. Ganesan, fondly called Mama, will be our club's advisor.
Friends, I'm sure you'll agree with me that Spectrum has the strongest team for the year 21-22. Please put your hands together for the new team. I now invite Rotarian Satish Vijayan to hand over the club's charter to the Secretary, Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN. Thank you, Satish and Murali. It's now for the new Sergeant at Arms, time for the new Sergeant at Arms to take over. I now invite Rotarian Sampath Kumar to hand over the Sergeant at Arms baton and arm band to the incoming Sergeant at Arms, Rotarian Hithen Poppet. Thank you, Rotarian Sampath and Rotarian Hithen Poppet. Michael Hussey, also called Mr. Cricket, has sent in his felicitations from Australia to Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. Let's listen to him.
G'day, it's Mike Hussey here from Australia, and I'm really sorry I can't be with you tonight at the installation of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. I hope everyone's having a decent night. I know Rotary as the premier NGO that has ensured the eradication of polio worldwide. So congratulations to Rotary International and everyone involved in that fantastic achievement. RTN Morley has sent me a glimpse into the projects of your Rotary that you guys have been executing, and I've been really impressed. Well done to everyone involved. I've been really impressed by the annual cricket tournament to raise funds for charity, and I've heard you've raised a decent sum this year, so well done there. Your service project for establishing oxygen support and saving thousands of lives during the second COVID wave, I found that really moving, particularly for me, being someone that suffered through COVID as well. That is fantastic work, so well done to everyone involved. And also the educational support system given to young girls every year. I think it's such a valuable thing, and it can really change the lives of those those young children forever. So well done on that one too. My congratulations to the outgoing team led by JP Suresh. And for those great initiatives. And I also want to wish all the best to RTN BHAVIK, the skipper of the new team. Keep serving well, everyone, and I hope to see you soon at the IPL. All the best. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Cricket, for felicitating Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. We are inspired by your kind words. The 42 Rotary Clubs of Coimbatore, collectively called the G42, have a very strong bonding when serving the community. They work in tandem and achieve collectively on all fronts. On behalf of the G42, we have Rotarian Swaminathan from Rotary Club of Coimbatore who will felicitate.
Good evening to one and all. I am Swaminathan from Rotary Club of Coimbatore, Maine. I thank you for this opportunity to felicitate on behalf of G42 clubs. On behalf of G42 club, wishes the just installed team for a great year ahead, as the team under the presidency of Rotarian BHAVIK will hit sixes, and it can be seen from the chief guest he has fixed as CEO of Chennai Super Kings. So he and his team will hit only sixes in all the avenues of Rotary service and district priorities. Once again, I wish everyone the very best Rotary year. Thank you.
Thank you, President Swaminathan, for your felicitations on behalf of the G42 clubs of Coimbatore Zone. We will now watch an audio-visual presentation about the district governor's priority projects for the year 21-22. Yes, that was the presentation on the district priorities. We now invite our Governor's Group representative, Rotarian Arul Kumaran, to release the first edition of Wavelength, our club bulletin for the Rotary year 21-22. And I would request GGR Arul to hand over the first copies to AG and the district director, AG Ganesh Kumar and district director Kumaresan, to receive the first copy. The chairman of the event, Venugopal, is also present. In his presence, the bulletin is being released. We now request our GGR to address the gathering.
Good evening, one and all. It's my pleasure, privilege to be a GGR for this lovely club. I take this opportunity to thank our district governor, Rotarian Rajshekhar, and district director, Rotarian Kumaresan, for allotting me this lovely club to travel along with throughout this year. And I'm happy to be with our assistant governor, Rotarian Ganesh Kumar, such a lovely person to be with. In spite of this pandemic, IPP, Rotarian Subramaniam, and immediate past secretary Satish, they have done, and his team, they have done a wonderful projects throughout this year. I congratulate them for that. A newly installed president, Rotarian BHAVIK, and secretary, newly installed president BHAVIK, and secretary MURALI. Wish you all the very best. And I'm sure with the leadership of President BHAVIK, really this club is going to reach many more heights. I'm sure I'll be always be with them, be with you. Good luck. Bye.
Thank you, GGR Arul. We now request our assistant governor, Rotarian Ganesh Kumar, to give his address.
Good evening, friends. Warm evening. The most sought after club in this region, nothing other than Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. President Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA, immediate past President Rotarian J.P. Subramaniam, Chief guest of this evening, CEO of Chennai Super Kings, Mr. K.S.VISWANATHAN, Secretary Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, District Director from this club, Rotarian Palniswamy Kumaresan, GGR Rotarian Arul Kumaran, Secretary again Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, because he'll be very interested if I spell his name with MURALI BALAKRISHNAN. MURALI BALAKRISHNAN and immediate past secretary Rotarian Satish. See, because why I am telling all these things, the Rotarians are get recognized only by their names, because we are not any other business group like we will get rewards or something. So let us recognize, it is my duty to recognize all the Rotarians who has done an excellent job during the last year, and they are going to do the good job for the upcoming year. Just heard from Michael Hussey, the Australian cricketer. He was mentioning Rotarian BHAVIK as skipper. So maybe BHAVIK is a very good skipper like Virat Kohli, and BHAVIK is ably assisted by one of the pace bowler, Jasprit Bruma. It is with Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN. Again, in front of Rotarian Chella and Rotarian District Director P. Kumaresan, if I fail to perform my duty, definitely I will get slap on both the cheeks. One is because they inducted 3 days, they inducted and imposed in our mind, stating that 7 wonders of Rotary for this district 3201. So correct me, Chella sir and Rotarian Kumaresan. First is the goal for the Rotary year 21 and 22, 7 new Rotary clubs, 70 Rotaract and Interact clubs, 700 Rotary Community Corps, 7,000 active Rotarians by the end of June 30th, 2022, 70,000 youth support, 7 lakhs farmer support, and 700,000 annual fund contribution in Indian rupees to the Rotary Foundation. This is 7 wonders of Rotary districts goals of this year, along with our district theme is Lovely Planet, which Rotarian BHAVIK already shared, Earth, Water and People. He created the excellent team to make all the goals achieved to keep the district theme come alive. So I wish them all success to serve, change lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Governor, for your very kind words about Spectrum. We now invite our District Director Kumaresan, who is a proud member of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum.
AG Ganesh, you are scored 100% in your test. President Rotarian BHAVIK MOMAYA, Chief Guest CEO of Chennai Super Kings, Mr. K.S.VISWANATHAN, Secretary Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, and my dear friends in Rotary, a warm good evening to all. First and foremost, I congratulate the exemplary work done by our outgoing team led by President Rotarian J.P. Subramaniam and Secretary Rotarian Satish Vijayan. Within a short period into the Rotary year 2021, we started to call our President J.P. Suresh as Jackpot JP. After a long delay due to the pandemic situation, our housing project at Perinjanam was completed and handed over to the beneficiaries, Jackpot number 1. After a delay of 9 months in getting the approval from the corporation, construction of classrooms at Veeryambalayam Government School was completed, Jackpot number 2. All of us were waiting for the lockdown to be relaxed and were planning to have our annual event BBC under the chairmanship of Rotarian Chandramouli, along with Rajil and entire team of Spectrum. It became a huge success and we received a record attendance and also raised good money for our community service projects. Jackpot number 3. We tied up with RC Cochin and did a project in Perumballam Island and Government Hospital Ernakulam for a value of about rupees 20 lakhs. Jackpot number 4. For the first time, we became 100% contributing club to TRF. Jackpot number 5. After a few years, we received the 100% PHF club recognition status. Jackpot number 6. Our secretary Satish was adjudged the best secretary among the clubs in category B during the district awards. Jackpot number 7. We were the first club to donate an oxygen generator to the CB Government Hospital under Project Sanjeevani, and within the next 30 days, we donated the second machine also to ESI Hospital. Jackpot number 8. I can add few more to the list of jackpots. That was the kind of year we Spectrumites had under the leadership of Jackpot Subramaniam. Once again, congratulations team 2020-21. Over the past 1 year, COVID-19 had all of our attention. It has stolen lives and livelihoods. It has deprived us of our simple joys of meeting our families and friends. It has left us in a strange condition and has also accelerated the adoption of digital technologies. Our challenge is to stay connected with the world outside. RI has added a new area of focus, supporting the environment, that will offer Rotary members another dedicated channel to increase our impact. Other than the doctors and the frontline workers, farmers were the only people who kept on supporting us. With this in mind, our Governor, Rotarian Rajshekar Srinivasan, had laid out a roadmap for the year ahead. Earth, water, and people in our lovely planet are our district priorities. Giving various farming equipments to farmers, tree planting, creating cold storage and drying yards, creating herbal gardens and kitchen gardens at our homes are some of the programs and projects that can be done under earth. Underwater, we can do the desilting of ponds, lakes, provide portable water to tribal people, provide drinking water at public places, and construct check dams. Apart from this, we can continue to have medical camps, conduct cancer and dental awareness camps, continue with school scholarship programs for the needy people of our society. This is where the importance of forming new Rotary community corps in villages plays a vital role. I have been insisting all the clubs in Coimbatore to form new Rotary Community Corps. And I also request President BHAVIK that we form at least 5 new Rotary Community Corps. Rotary was the first organization to contribute to the oxygen generators at Government Hospital and ESI. Until now, we have provided oxygen to 1,160 beds in and around our district at a total cost of 10 crores. Thanks to the G41 clubs of Coimbatore, led by IPDD Rotarian Mardi and the team of assistant governors. This was possible because of the CSR funding we received from the corporates and industries. CSR funding is the next big thing that we need to tap in, and our Rotarian Sanjay Shah has done exemplary work in this regard. Friends, myself standing before you all as District Director Zone 1 for this Rotary year was possible only because of the support I received from my club members. Without my club, I am nothing in Rotary. And thank you, Team Spectrum. President Rotarian BHAVIK and Secretary Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, with the support of all the members of Spectrum, I am sure we will have a fabulous Rotary year. Let's unite and serve to change lives of the needy. Thank you all. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you, District Director Kumaresan, for your fantastic address. We now invite Rotarian Chandramouli to introduce the chief guest of the day, Shri K.S.VISWANATHAN, the Chief Executive Officer of the prestigious cricket team, the Chennai Super Kings.
Hi, I'm really honored and privileged to introduce Kasi sir. And thank you, Spectrum, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. K.S.VISWANATHAN, a BCom graduate from University of Madras, passing out in the year 1972, was born in Gopalasamudram, Tirunelveli district. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that, I own a Nellai team, which is recently bought, and it is from Tirunelveli, and it is I'm really more honored. Thank you so much. And he's represented Madurai and Madras University in the inter-university tournaments, and he's been managed all the first division teams of India Cements. Mr. K.S.VISWANATHAN joined the India Cements in the year 1973. He was in charge of the sports activity from 1989, managing all cricket teams of India Cements, which have brought laurels to the company. As part of the sports activity, Mr. K.S.VISWANATHAN managed the Chennai Super Kings franchisee from day one. He entered cricket administration as an executive committee member of TNCA in the year 1994. He was elected as the assistant secretary of TNCA in the year 2002. And Mr. K.S.VISWANATHAN was elected to the post of secretary in TNCA from the year 2007 and served as secretary of TNCA till 2017 January. He was a member of various BCCA subcommittees such as Finance Committee, Umpire Committees, National Cricket Academy, and New Area Development Committee. He is presently the CEO of Chennai Super Kings, which won the 11th edition of IPL. And I would say he's not the CEO, he's actually the father of Chennai Super Kings. A lot of people who doesn't, I'm sure everyone knows him, but I think K.S.VISWANATHAN sir was one of the major success of Chennai Super Kings at this laurel and all those stuff. People say Dhoni. Yes, Dhoni is also part, but the man behind the CSK is Mr. Kasi sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and be part of this prestigious club Spectrum. Thank you so much. Over to Chelana for Kasi sir.
Thank you, Chandramouli, for introducing the chief guest of the day. We would now request Shri Kasi sir to give his address. Over to you, sir. Please unmute, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you, Mauli, for having introduced me. I think you have given most of it is. I feel I do not know whether I deserve that kind of support and laurels which you have given. But anyhow, thank you very much, Mauli. At the outset, I would like to wish the new president, Rotarian BHAVIK, the secretary, Rotarian MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, and the team of office bearers, the best of the Rotary year 21-22. I will also take this opportunity, having gone through the Spectrum's achievements and that projects during the year, that the outgoing office bearers have also done a wonderful job, And I feel that the new set of office bearers will continue the great work being done by the Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum. To start with, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm addressing a Coimbatore audience, the city known for its enterprise, known for its sports-loving and enterprising people. There are many who have quietly contributed to the growth of sport from Coimbatore, which also produced the first Formula One driver in Narayan Karthikeyan. State players of the caliber of K.S.VISWANATHAN, P.R. Ramakrishnan, and the present lot of Jagadishan, who is also Chennai Super Kings youngster, Hari Nishant, another youngster from Coimbatore who is with Chennai Super Kings, and a lot of other good cricketers have come up from Coimbatore. And I am sure that in the years to come, with the kind of patronage and promotion being given by the Coimbatore District Cricket Association and the enterprising people of Coimbatore, you will have more number of Coimbatorians playing for not only for Tamil Nadu, but go on to play for the country. The Rotary movement and cricket are similar in that both make sure of great community involvement. A community that is strong and united in doing things is the foundation of a robust country. Like the Rotary, our team Chennai Super Kings, and by extension the Indian Premier League, have always believed in the importance of legacy. Legacy is developed not by success alone, but by the involvement of everyone, from volunteers to those providing expert inputs to the leaders who shape the vision. If Indian cricket enjoys global recognition, it is because people have over the years put in place systems and checks and balances and worked very hard to build it. Much like the Rotary movement, people from diverse backgrounds came together, drawn by the love of the game. They have always been alert to the opportunities, be it capitalizing on them or creating them by themselves. Mr. N. Srinivasan, the then president of TNCA, president of BCCI, and the chairman of ICC contributed a lot to India's improvement in cricket, as also the contribution by India in the world sport. I can happily say that we are arguably the most popular franchise. That has happened only because CSK family has always reached out to people and cricket fans. We have always engaged with the cricket-loving public because it is the involvement of people that has made cricket India's #1 sport. If you look at the last 4 decades, people see the 1983 World Cup as a significant point. A number of people have contributed to the game evolving. The way T20 cricket has developed is also after a World Cup win in that format. I can proudly say that the captain of 2007 win, Mr. MS Dhoni, has also shaped CSK's achievement in the IPL. Building IPL as a brand has had a huge commercial aspect, but it was also about understanding the growth of cricket. We live in an era where it is sports entertainment, and IPL has taken every step by understanding how the interests of people have constantly changed. We have seen how the game has reached out to the youth at the grassroots level. There are so many state T20 franchises now. You all know about the Tamil Nadu Premier League. It's not only popular, it has given an opportunity for more and more players, especially those from the rural areas. If you look at the composition of the teams of the TNPL, at least 70% or 65% of the players are from rural districts. This is an achievement, and I'm sure that in the years to come, this is going to improve. People of the caliber of Natarajan, C.B. Varun, all who have come from the districts, who have come from villages, have made a great mark and gone on to play for the country. If you look at the TNPL has contributed 13 players from Tamil Nadu to the prestigious IPL. The Kovai Kings, for example, has huge following in Coimbatore this year. Tirunelveli and Tirupur have now new teams, and I know Chandramouli has brought in the Nalai Royal Kings. They have made a wonderful effort. I was at the unveiling ceremony of their logo, which was done by Mr. N. Srinivasan. The way they have gone about getting the sponsors and the way they have been interacting with the players and also providing the opportunities for them. I think with that kind of patronage, the team should do well. It's the first year, and I'm sure that in the years to come also, Chandramouli and his team will show the same kind of interest, and I'm sure that they'll be producing a lot of young cricketers to Tamil Nadu. But the encouraging thing is India is no longer just a cricket nation. A lot of people, I feel, have learned from cricket. The Indian Super League football format franchisee is from IPL. Even every state team started putting together excellent support staff to take care of their fitness. And if you see the way other sports have developed, today every discipline is looking not just for coaches, but physios, trainers, everything is world class. This is because of the fact that IPL made a big mark. And people are following the Sindhu is as popular Indian sportsman. She won a silver medal in 2016 Olympics and the World Championships in 2019. We are hoping that she will win the gold in Olympics and India will win many more medals in this time. It has not been very easy for the athletes to prepare. COVID has changed the world. There are so many difficulties, but teams and individuals have somehow worked so hard. We have had the experience of being in bubbles. Last year in UAE, we were in a bubble. This year, again, staying in a bubble is very, very tough, but I am sure with the COVID situation, it is better that all sportsmen stay in a bubble and we take care of ourselves and also provide entertainment to the sporting public. The pandemic has shaken the world, but sport everywhere is playing a big role to keep people positive when they are under so much of pressure and mental strain. As a sports community, we have always conveyed the message to the people to maintain social distancing. IPL was played in the last year at UAE. There were questions rightly why people play a sport when people are suffering, but we are not just fulfilling our commitments. We felt it is also important for people to stay positive through sports. So many sporting organizations have reached out to help those suffering. We in CSK arranged 450 oxygen concentrators in our state and helped out in other ways. We have also had three vans going in for vaccination of people in and around the city of Chennai. The power of sport to heal is what we are seeing. People live the dreams of teams and individuals. In the next 24 hours, we will watch two great football finals. In the Copa America, Brazil will play Argentina. The world only wants to know if Messi wins his first major field. London, England, Italy Euro Cup are all desperate to win the title after 1966 World Cup. Whatever happens, they will be winners and they will make millions of people enjoy. Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum for the opportunity to be part of this function. I wish everyone happiness and good luck. Please stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasi sir, for giving us an insight into world cricket. And if Dhoni and Raina, Rajini and Kamal, you are K. Balachandar who brought them into the scene. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your presence today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We now invite our president to hand over pleasantries to our district director, assistant governor, and the GGR. We also invite the chairman of the event, Venugopal, to be along with the president. Thank you, AG, for your valuable presence today. Thank you, GGR Arul Kumaran, for releasing the first bulletin of Spectrum and also felicitating And thanks to our own District Director, Rotary Kumaresan, for his inspiring words. Thank you, Kumaresan. We now invite the Secretary of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum, Rotary MURALI BALAKRISHNAN, who will now propose the vote of thanks.
Happy evening to all. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, my dear Spectrumites, hands, Annettes, and guests. It gives immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks as secretary of this vibrant club. First, I would like to thank our chief guest, SHRI K.S.VISWANATHAN sir, CEO Chennai Super Kings, for talking your valuable time out and joining us for this installation function. Thank you, sir, for your nice words, and I, on my own behalf and on behalf of our entire team Spectrum, thank you once again for joining us on the important function of installation today. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Mike Hussey, cricketer from Australia, for his felicitations. Thank you, Mr. Hussey. I would also like to thank our own Spectrumite District Director, Rotarian Kumaresan, for your motivating words. We surely try to do our best during this year. I would also like to thank our AG, Rotarian Ganesh Kumar, for his felicitations, and GGR Rotarian Arul Kumaran for releasing our club bulletin and being part of this installation function. I would also like to thank Rotarian Swaminathan of Rotary Club Coimbatore for the felicitation done on behalf of G42 clubs. I would also like to thank our member, Rotarian Sampath, for providing us with venue during this tough times of pandemic. Also like to thank the man behind today's program, Rotarian Venugopal, the chair, for this evening function. Rotarian Chella for being the MC for this program, and Rotarian Chandramouli for the support extended for this program. I would like to thank all attending district officers, Rotarians from sister clubs, Protractors, and invited guests for honoring our invite and being there virtually to witness this program. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our own Spectrum family for being with us throughout the program. Thank you all who have joined us for this program.
Thank you, Secretary Murali Balakrishnan. Friends, let us now raise for the national anthem. Jai Hind. We now invite our President BHAVIK to adjourn the meeting.
Rotary Club of Coimbatore Spectrum installation event adjourned.
Thank you, President. We'll close for the day. Thank you.